What's up, YouTube? It's Tony Shinobi, editor and co-producer of Straight Off the Topic podcast. I am here to present to you episode 10. Now, I have to warn you, unfortunately, we did have some technical difficulties. The lights went out in the power, so we did have some battery in the laptop. Also, my equipment's starting to wear down, so some of the microphones are not sounding as good. Like there's a little bit of echo here and here, but it's not too bad. It's listenable. And it is a short one too. Unfortunately, we had a time limit, but it's still a good episode with some good conversation, and I hope you guys enjoy it. After this, we're likely going to be doing the podcast remotely. Maybe we'll call that season two. We'll see about it. Maybe we'll give it a different name. But I hope that you enjoy this. But so, without any further ado, this is episode 10 of Straight Off the Top.
Sorry, Wolfie.
You've been watching or reading anything?
Definitely watching Arcane. That's probably been on for the last few weeks. Pretty good fucking show. I can't call it an anime, but I would call it a good show, animated show. The storyline, the colors, the character designs, everything is just great. Like it's very deep. It's very dark for some strange reason. I thought it was gonna be some cheesy show somebody put me on, but actually it was a good show to suggest. So I suggest y'all guys. It's on Netflix. I watched Devil May Cry. They kind of fucked up the story. They tweaked the story a little bit. Didn't like that shit at all. Did not appreciate it at all. But the fight sequences and Dante and Lady, that was some fucking badasses. I suggest y'all watch that too. For the fights, the story sucks. The rabbit. It's a rabbit. He's a badass.
A rabbit?
Yes.
Who the hell is the rabbit?
I don't know. I don't know where he came from in the fucking story, but he's like the big bad of this little show, and yeah.
Is it Mendes?
No. They talks about Mungus. That's who he's trying to get away from.
Oh.
He on some Moses type ish, but he on some demon time.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I want to see what they're gonna do with Mendes.
Yeah, I want it's gonna be a second season. Cause I'm intrigued how far they gonna fuck up the story.
Yeah.
You want to see how bad it's going to get, but is it any good though?
The fights are. Other than that, yeah. I won't look at it for the storyline, especially if you already played. If you're a Devil May Cry fan and you already know what happened, if you played a lot of Devil May Cry and you basically know the lore and everything, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? It'd be like, okay, I'll get to a certain point in the story. Then there's like, it's a whole big change. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Dang.
Yeah.
Is that all you got?
I'm thinking, we ain't link up in a while, fellas. Hold on.
The only reason I'm rushing you is because, we're on a stricter time limit than usual. This thing ain't got no 3 hours on it. The power might come back on. That'd be sick, but we'll see.
That'd be fucking awesome. I'm gonna celebrate.
Piers, you want to go next?
Damn, I want to go on a tangent about that Devil May Cry thing, but oh man, now I gotta watch it to make sure my feelings don't get hurt because I was excited about that shit.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. If you thought it was gonna be correct lower, you're Sally. You know what I mean? Disappointed, sir.
That's disappointing.
Very. I'm sorry, dude.
I watched Sandman. I watched that Sandman show. That Sandman show was fantastic.
Yeah, that's on my watch list.
Bro.
Oh shit, you heard the new King of the Hill? I can't wait. I'm excited for that shit. I'm not gonna lie to you, fellas.
I saw the trailer for it. It looks like it's gonna be funny.
Yeah. I mean, like all these years.
Fucking Bobby is like a chef and shit. That's funny as hell.
I think he makes beer or something.
Right. That's crazy. But I watched Sinners. Sinners was good. I watched what's that other show that I was just saying? Sandman. It's very faithful to the comic. If you know anything about the graphic novel and the comic, it's super duper faithful. Super duper faithful. And like it made me go back and start reading the comic again because I forgot how fire the Sandman comic is. The Sandman comic is fire. It's one of the greatest graphic novels like anybody ever made. But bruh, that show, I'm waiting on that second season. The second season dropped at the end of July, so I'm like, I'm there for that shit.
So it's something I should look at.
Definitely. It's real slow burn mystery though, and it's like sci-fi, cool, goddamn Neil Gaiman shit. You know how he is with his world building and shit, and like I know y'all know about like Sandman and like The Endless. Y'all are comic fans, so like, but that show's fire as fuck.
Well, I watched Lucifer, but I'm not super familiar.
Lucifer and Sandman actually really kind of take part in the same, like I guess you could say like
Yeah, they're in the same universe and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
They interact with each other in the comics, and they do in the show, but it's not the same actor from the guy from the show. If you remember the Lucifer show, the guy that was playing Lucifer in Sandman is a woman that plays Lucifer.
Yeah.
It's the girl Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones. Remember the really big woman from Game of Thrones? It's her, and she's Lucifer. I was like, well, that's hard. She's dope as fuck. And they had like this battle. They like cosmic beings, and they had this battle. And the way they had a battle is by becoming conceptual things. So it start with she like I'm a snake, and I can bite you, and she bite him, and he like, well, I'm an eagle, and I can eat the snake, and she like, well, I'm the air, and if the snake if the eagle has no air, it can't fly. It crushes to the ground.
mythology or something like that.
Right, and they just go all the way up from there. So he goes, I'm the universe. She said something about like becoming something that destroys planets, a supernova. And he goes, I'm the universe though. And then she goes, well, I'm the anti-life. And it like devours the universe. And he starts to die. And then he goes, well, I'm hope. And then like everything like restarts again. And he beats her in their little conceptual battle. This is the fire.
Oh man,
shit.
now I gotta watch that shit.
Shit is so fire. And like that scene alone, I had me looking at the TV like, yo, this is flames, nigga. Who the fuck greenlit this shit? That shit fire. I definitely encourage y'all to watch that. Of course, y'all know I've been playing Expedition 33. That shit is my game of the year. It's in my top 2 of Marvel Rivals right now, but for totally different reasons than Marvel Rivals. And then I've been playing Cyberpunk, but I beat that. I beat Expedition 33. I'm about to beat Cyberpunk, so then I'm gonna go ahead on and start playing this Persona.
Royal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got Persona 5.
Amazing game.
I can't wait to get into that shit.
You've been beating a lot of games recently.
Yeah. I had a lot of free time, so fuck it. But also, I think once I done beat all this shit and I ain't got nothing else to play, it's gonna make me go, okay, well, time to sit down and start drawing again. And then, so I get back to drawing.
I love you, bro, but that's a bad plan. They're gonna be coming out with good games for the next
6 months.
I know you heard about Tokon and shit, even Hunter x Hunter. Judging from the demo, that shit's gonna be cool. Yeah, you want to go anything else before I talk about Hunter x Hunter real quick? For too long.
You tried the demo?
Yeah, so I played Nin Impact demo. It's only got 6 characters on it. So the game feels really good. It definitely feels like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 in terms of like you hit the auto comp, like it's kind of got like the Magic series where you square triangle circle into like your X move, and your X move is your launcher, and you jump and you do your combo. But it's also like very like Power Rangers Battle for the Gritty, like because you can like do your own combos and like relaunch into the next combo by yourself. But you could also do assist combos like in Marvel or whatever. And there's 3 different assists and the supers and ultimates, and it's I haven't get a chance to play against anybody. I just dicked around in training mode for like half an hour, but I could definitely tell that that's like Marvel vs. Capcom 3's little brother for sure. Also, there's like it's like 1-button specials and stuff like that. So you have to. I don't think I'm gonna play on. At first, I wanted to play on an arcade stick, but the fact that you have to like you do your special moves by like holding R1 and then pressing a button, you go into like a nin stance, which also like gets people off of you, like but you still take damage. So it's kind of different. The system is different than what you would expect, but it's got a lot of depth to it. The game has a lot of elements, and when we jump on it, coming up soon, I'm not holding back on y'all. I'm sorry. Marvel Rivals, yada yada. Ranked up to gold. Lost a little bit of rank. Still struggling. I think I'm pretty good if I'm awake enough. I think I should always play over Red Bull. And then shit, been playing a lot of Dave the Diver. I put like 12, 13 hours into it. I've unlocked the ability to upgrade my weapons.
Okay.
It's the tuna festival, so they gave me the little thing that can pick up big fish for me, and they gave me like the little tuna, like I can buy the tuna traps now, so that I can catch the fast fish. Because I can't. How do you kill the crabs? The crab is just sitting down there, and he can't hit me, and I can't hit him. How do I kill him?
Did you get the glove upgrades yet? You gonna get these gloves so you'll be able to pick up rocks and shit, and just take the rock and crush it.
Okay, cool. Because I just want to. It's just very annoying that it's down there, and sometimes it'd be on top of stuff that I need, like ammo.
There's certain like parts of the map in the game where you can pick up the rocks and like drop them into like on cracks on the ground and be little secret areas and shit also.
So that would explain that little in the deep part where you need the flashlight. There's like this little board right there, and I've been trying to figure out how to get through it. The shovel doesn't work. I don't know what to use the shovel for yet, but that's where I'm at right now. I
haven't even figured out how to use the shovel yet. It's just a weapon at this point. Remember the baseball bat can knock shit backwards. Like if some projectiles and shit, baseball bat.
I haven't come across anything that shoots projectiles at me yet, besides human beings.
You fight the octopus yet?
Yeah, I shot the octopus.
Alright, so it's gonna get to a point where it starts storming and shit, and you can fight. You go in the vortex and fight stage bosses and shit. So that shit gonna be fun.
So do you fight like prehistoric like creatures? Like, is there a megalodon in that shit?
Not from what I've seen. I don't know, Chris, because I'm still playing it. I'm still finding new shit. So that's the surprising part about the fucking game.
All the stuff in the game seems to be real wildlife.
Yeah.
You could look it up, and they all like they're very accurate in terms of like the size. Because like the tiger, the first time I came across the tiger shark, and that's not even the biggest thing in the game. The giant squid's bigger, but the tiger shark is like the first time you see it, you're like, wow, you're a big boy. That motherfucker's like 10 feet long, 11 feet, something like that. He's fast.
They have so many references into the game and shit. Like
it's Pokemon references.
Yeah,
there's a blue whale. You gotta take a picture with it and stuff.
Yeah.
There's like photography in the game. There's dolphins to help, and they give you power ups, and there's all sorts of things to do in the game. The game has. So like right now, last thing I did was I finally found the stone tablet for the Sea People stone tablet, and I gave all the stuff to Dr. Bacon. He gave me the translator. I went down there, talked to homie, told me his girl was sick, so I got the reefs, went up there, and I had Basho make the dish, and now it's the next day, and I need to go down there and give it to them. Yeah. That's where I'm at right now.
You about to go?
I need to collect tuna for the tuna festival. Those are my two big objectives at the moment.
Like you can split your days, like fish for half the day and get your fish and shit. Then the second half of the day, do the mission.
Oh yeah, I just do the mission and just do everything along the way.
That too. But you run out of space, and the deeper you go, the better quality of fish you find.
I go straight to the bottom when I start. Unless the objective is near the surface, I just go straight to the bottom immediately.
Yeah. You been finding like
cool if there's a megalodon in there.
No, it won't, because we have to fight that bitch most likely.
That's fine.
No, it won't.
You can like serve.
I already fought a great white called white. No.
I don't have enough ammo for that. But anyway, yeah, that was Dave the Diver. But
that's a good game.
I watched Sinners. It's a good movie. There's a message. It's not just vampires or whatever. Also, the acting is really good. It's very sexual. Don't bring your kids. And I just like black people.
True facts.
It's got good dialogue, good music.
Great music.
But yeah, 9 out of 10, something like that. 9.5, whatever, maybe
that
10.
Part where they in the barn and he playing the music and like you see like history past like in the barn while they still there. Yeah. So you see like the 70s and all the way up into now. That little part really fucked me up. I was like, that's fucking great.
Yeah. But I'm not going to talk about it though, because if we really talked about how like I wanted to, we'd spoil it. And I don't know who's like, it's a hot movie. I don't know if everyone's seen it or not. So I ain't going to fuck around. Yeah, I ain't going to fuck around then. You should check it out. It's cool. It's pretty cool. Damn. So that was kind of it, huh? Sweet. So, we got a bunch of different stuff you want to talk about. You guys can just kind of go. Sorry if I'm knocking things around YouTube. Is there anything in particular?
Since we first saw Tokon, haven't we?
Oh, you want to talk about Tokon?
Look, first off, can we just who do you give me 3 characters, everybody, real quick? 3 characters you think need to be in Tokon
that we haven't seen already. Oh, let's do 3 from each. Well, no, that's only just Marvel. Oh, the lights are back. We'd have to start over if I plug it in. Let's just keep going. That's a little bit going to be a little bit brighter in here.
But shit, oh man.
So what do you think? Did you? Okay. So
I'm looking for a good fighting game, fellas. I know y'all got the collection and shit, but I want something with a good fucking online base so I can I want a challenge. I might get back on Street Fighter. I'm thinking about it.
Something got come out soon.
I'm thinking about Street Fighter.
We just got his trailer.
Yeah, I seen that shit the other day. It was badass.
But also, Tekken looking fucking fun right now, bro. I don't know, like, it's been calling my name, but it's a lot of games I've been wanting to play.
Give me your 4 Marvel characters that need to be in Tokkan. That weren't in the trailer, if you've seen the trailer.
Ooh, I haven't seen the trailer.
I want Rogue. I kind of want it to be like the Kirby of the game, where she can like still move. And every time the developer comes out with a character, they think they're ready, and then the producer walks in the room and they're just sort of like, "That's cool, but did you make Rogue special move?" And they're like, "Shit," they got to go back and do that real quick. I'm pretty sure the Kirby hat was like that.
Let me get Colossus as a grappler.
Definitely Colossus. I definitely need Colossus as like a grappler. That'd be crazy.
Juggernaut.
Rogue would be stupid, and like depending on who it is Rogue takes the powers from, she like unlocks new move sets too in addition to their ability. Like maybe she like gets an uppercut. If she take the power from Colossus, maybe she get like an uppercut that like really like knock your ass the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it was in X-Men versus Street Fighter. X-Men versus Street Fighter, if she landed her kiss move on you, she would get an extra special move. And that's kind of what I'm looking for in this game too, something, because that's actually pretty good, depending on the character. In Marvel vs. Capcom 2, they just had too many characters to program that. And MVC 2, if anybody knows about its production, it was severely a rush job. So they just gave her properties. So you would like instead get speed from this character, healing from this character, armor from this character. But in X-Men vs. Street Fighter, you get like, you see her do like an Akuma air fireball, she do a Shoryuken, whatever the fuck. But let me get Kitty Pryde. That's my sleeper pick. I don't know how she'd work, but maybe she'd be like a parry character where she like you phase through people. Use martial arts. Lockheed is like a little Lockheed fights with you, kind of like Zoe from Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
Yeah.
And then let me get Nightcrawler. Make him like Virgil with that worse reach.
You talking about dual sword Nightcrawler?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd go crazy.
Make him like Virgil but less broken, and then like give him make teleport. Make his moveset could be like very similar to Virgil's if you think about it, because there ain't no Capcom characters in this game, so let us get something that's still similar to that, but let's not have it be completely busted, please.
Yeah.
I don't have a fourth. Those are my 3 though. For now.
Blade
would be crazy. What would Blade? I think Blade would have. You remember in Guilty Gear, in Blaze Blue Central Fiction, how Soul Bad Guy's thing, Ragnar's thing would like drain blood off you. His X move was like a little blood thing that he could take off you, but it somehow like took HP from you or whatnot. Yeah, his drive. Like maybe it could work like that, and that's actually good because they made by the same people. But maybe Blade would like work like that. Like he can goddamn like drain blood off you or something, and that like drive that like fuel his moves, or maybe get faster. Maybe get an install from it. Get like a bloodthirst.
I want him to be able to use his sword.
That too. He be in here swing, swing.
And Luke Cage.
Luke Cage would be crazy. I need Jean Grey.
Luke Cage would like boxing with hands.
Yeah.
Shit. Bushmaster too. Put that fucker in there. They can do a lot.
Strange.
Marvel's like going the fuck off this year, aren't they?
They really are.
God damn. It was like we could.
I need Strange. Strange would just be like, yo, you know the characters I love, your toolbox character, fucking throwing out traps, throwing out weird shit.
Scarlet Witch.
Totally want Wanda in there. I need Vision in there. I need his phase ability and everything. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the phase is like a what is the word I'm looking for? Like a parry. The phase move, it'll be like a parry. You get it right, and he just like phase right through the attack. And take minimal damage.
I think more interesting than the actual characters is what they're going to do with them.
Yeah.
Because you can see that it's not Marvel vs. Capcom. Like Storm had like a Dragon Punch kind of a move or whatever that was like an anti-air. Like she didn't have like a move like that before. So we have to see like what the differences are going to be. But we know like there's some core gameplay stuff that's going to be similar. But I'm very interested to see just like what they're going to do with the character, because Arxis is weird. Arxis is weird, right? Like they're not going to do like what Capcom did. So if you're expecting the characters to play the same, we might actually be like surprised
Or disappointed.
or yeah, I mean, they're pretty much proven. So I think whatever they're going to do is going to be fine. Now they do questionable balance adjustments. I mean, all the fighting game companies do, but as far as the game goes, we can expect it to be really solid. All right, I got one for y'all. What are your favorite animes of all time?
Of all time.
Cowboy Bebop for sure. That's always gonna be top.
Oh yeah, Cowboy Bebop might be my favorite.
Afro
Whoa,
Samurai.
wait, hold on. You guys are going too fast. Hold on, we got to go back. So like, so yeah, Cowboy Bebop I think is like the millennials' choice of favorite animes of all time. It really is like that one that was different, had the great dialogue, the great dub, and I think the great dub is like really sets you apart in the early days. Because like not a lot of animes had a lot of great dubs like back then. They were pretty cheesy. So Cowboy Bebop had that first dub that was like realistic, like how people actually talk, had great dialogue, great battles and stuff like that. But it was a slow burn. It wasn't a kids anime. It wasn't a shonen. So it wasn't like, you just get like, hey, my power level's higher than yours. We're going to fight battle. It was like more realistic. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker's Jet Li over here, but he's not invincible. You know what I'm saying? He's got this like crazy edgelord villain. Very mysterious. They played it very well. It's just such a good show. And then it's like music based. Like every show is based off of a different genre of music or jazz or whatever. And they even put it in like the title, like the name of the episode, like the Jupiter Jazz is the name of an episode, and Sympathy for the Devil is the name of an episode, and like Heavy Metal Queen is another one. So
Man, that was a
it's
good fucking show.
it's an amazing show.
How y'all
What-
feel about Inuyasha?
Definitely not in my top 10 or my top 20.
No,
We're talking about our favorite animes of all time. Grizz, what would you just say? You said Full Metal Alchemist, so we're talking about Brotherhood, of course, right? Because like the first show is a masterpiece, but number 2 like really made it a masterpiece.
Yeah,
it's an anime fans
True facts.
anime.
Yeah. I feel like Full Metal Alchemist is. I think that's the best story any manga artist ever wrote. That's a great fucking story because it's something people can relate to. What would you do for your brother? You know what I'm saying? How far would you go to save your brother? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And
Had a cool power system too, and great side characters.
the side characters.
Lots of great
Colonel Mustang
storylines.
was a badass. I just thought he was so
Colonel
fucking cool.
Mustang was great. The Fuhrer was a great villain. The Homunculi were great villains.
The
It's got-
Fear was a menace. What you
really
talking
was.
about?
It's got some of the best sad moments in an anime that you can imagine. The part where Hughes gets killed and the girl is at the funeral, like, please don't put my daddy in the ground. That part really fucked me up. Dude turning his daughter into a chimera.
Heard that part? I was like, oh.
Finding out what happened to Scar's people. Oh man, look, they nailed everything. Everything is top tier. So I definitely gotta throw Full Metal in there. Full Metal is in that thing.
All right, it's my turn. Hold on. He said Cowboy Bebop. You said Full Metal. So I got to put Death Note is one of my favorites of all time. It's in my top 10. It is just like, so it's also not like a fight battling anime, but like, you disagree? You don't like Death Note?
Death Note is so
It's an extremely good
fabulous.
story. It's an extremely good, but I'm different, Justin. This is like why we watch different animes. I like talking, especially if it's good. So it's not really like a fighting anime, but it definitely is high stakes. Like lots of people die, ton of people die, and it's got some great quotes and some great dialogue. It's got great side characters, lots of betrayal. The ending's crazy, especially if you're just waiting for spoilers. If you're just waiting for Light Yagami to get what was coming to him, boy did he get what was coming to him. That shit was fucking crazy. How quick they shot his ass. As soon as they put the pieces together, like the detectives weren't as smart as Elle and Light were. So like as soon as those brains, and me are an area at that point also as well. But when their brain cells connected, they were like, what? I was, oh shit, it was on site like immediately. It was like they turned into the guards from Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
It's like started dropping that fire on his ass. So yes, Death Note's one of my favorite animes of all time. I love it.
Oh man, Afro Samurai.
Afro Samurai, yeah. I would put it higher up there if there was more of it, man.
Yeah, but
The Cowboy Bebop doesn't have a lot either, but Afro Samurai's got a great dub too.
I like them. I like
Samuel
them
L.
ones-
Jackson and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
I like the spirit of where y'all going. So I'm gonna say with that Cowboy Bebop thing. So I'm of course gonna say Samurai Champloo.
I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say that shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Samurai Champloo is fantabulous.
So
I'm gonna tell you
the only thing I could take away from Samurai Champloo is like the girl Fu, her motivation for what she's doing is somewhat sus
Yeah.
because it's just sort of like, well, I don't understand your reasoning. Like it doesn't completely hold up, but I kind of get it, sort of. It's subtle, but like it's not necessarily like so. Like the Sunflower Samurai is like one of those things where it's important to the plot, but it's not important in itself. You know what I mean?
My thing is, she had two capable samurais beside her the whole entire time. She could have took that home at any time to deal with that.
Oh well, I mean that's what the goal was, but she had to figure out where the fuck like he was at this point because she
She
didn't
didn't need
know.
them. She had those two.
No, no, she was. I mean, he was dying by the time she got there, of course, but she needed someone to get her there.
Yeah.
And these two knuckleheads were perfectly easy to manipulate into it. All she had to do was save their lives.
Yeah.
The episode old dude with the glasses was just buying booty the whole time. Fell in love with the hooker and shit.
Mugen. That was Mugen that was kicking it with the hooker and shit. But she was actually like a police officer or something. I don't think she was really a hooker. She was trained.
My dog had the glasses on.
Nah, he was so.
Oh, this is the coldest nigga with a sword in his hand I ever seen.
But that had a great soundtrack too, great fights and stuff. It was a little bit more action oriented than Cowboy Bebop.
Bruh, New Jabez.
Trigun.
Trigun?
Trigun up there too. The original.
Oh yeah, I really like Trigun.
What's your favorite one?
Oh me, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody's always talking about the big three this, big three that, Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho, Bleach. Don't nobody put respect on Yu Yu Hakusho's name. In reality, Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho is Bleach before before Bleach is Bleach for real though. Because if you look at their stories side by side, Yusuke went through what Ichigo went through, but just different. And not to mention, it was a little bit more like so. A lot of the shonens do a good job of like building up their characters, but Yu Yu Hakusho did a good job of actually like playing up the side characters and getting the tearjerk moments from us more earned. Because when Yusuke died, they had a whole arc where he was like trying to do good things for people so that he could like fucking live in peace and stuff like that. And even if that was what the whole story was, that's what I thought it was going to be. I didn't know it was going to be a fight battle anime when I first watched it. Just that part of the story by itself is actually beautiful. What he did for Kuwabara so that he could pass his class and upset that teacher. You know what I'm saying? When he went to his own funeral and seen people actually cared about him and shit like that.
Yeah.
That Yusuke was like, what the fucking hell? And then like the whole spirit detective thing was just epic. He has the two demons and his homeboy Kuwabara levels up and shit. Like Yu Yu Hakusho is like really should be big three. I don't want to hear nobody say anything else about Bleach and Naruto again until y'all put some respect on my man's Yusuke's name. Urameshi.
They had to go save Hiei's sister, and Hiei can't tell her that he's her brother, but she kind of know he her brother, but she's not sure about it. And so they go to save her, and you see what she going through, and like the way they like torturing her, Yukina, and man, I love that fucking arc, the Yukina rescue arc, nigga. That boy Hiei, that's what made me fall in love with Hiei. I was like, oh, Hiei,
Oh no.
I fuck with you, Hiei. I really fuck with you.
Look, my favorite arc is when old dude beat the fuck out of in the underground in that cave and shit. Then his ancestor demon his demon father woke up
Oh,
and
you
shit.
talking about
and
Sensui?
Yeah.
The
Beat-
Sensui arc was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, he beat
Yeah.
the hell out of him.
That was
bro.
great. One of the biggest. We'll talk about this another time, but we'll still have to do worst anime beatdowns.
Oh yeah,
Well, that's one of them. That's definitely one of them.
Well, what was it? Didn't you say another anime a second ago?
Said Trigun.
Oh, Trigun.
Yeah.
Okay, so I really like Trigun. Tell me why it's your favorite.
I like good show. It's a good shootout.
It's definitely had some of the best.
Come
shootouts
on,
in all
like
of anime.
Bash the Stampede. That's like one of the most badass names you could ever think of.
His gunfight with knives at the end of the anime is like a thing of beauty, even
Yes.
to this day.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
They had a moment where they had kind of like a standoff, and they disarmed each other's guns, and then they rearmed, and then they both stopped the hammer at the last second, and then they goddamn popped the ammo cord again, and both of them were struggling to grab one, and then they had to they accidentally switched guns, and they both put that bullet in there at the same time. Both turned it. They were both turning at the exact same time, and they both fucking fired at the same time. I was just all like, ooh, that shit's clean. It's just twins fighting is crazy to me.
Come on, Dad. Black Lagoon.
So Black Lagoon.
Black Lagoon was a good anime.
Yeah, I never saw it.
I'm gonna say,
With Levy, what's her name?
Levy. You don't have to watch the whole anime.
I
Just watch
definitely
one
have
episode.
to say Akira.
Oh hell yeah!
I would be remiss if I didn't put Akira in there. Akira was formative for me. Like my love of anime starts with.
That was like one of the
seeing
first
Akira.
animes I watched. Like VHS.
And that animation is still high quality animation.
Yeah,
to
it
this
is.
day.
It is.
That's
That shit.
incredibly high quality. There's a part where he starts to lose control over his power, so the wires start going from his arm
and
into
shit.
into the chair he's sitting in, and the chair gets broken up piece by piece, and even shit like that is even with
Look,
computer graphics.
If they
people are just
redid
not doing
that, if they had to redo that whole movie, I would say keep the shit the same and just do the sound effects different.
I disagree. So I disagree. I'd say do it like the manga. Do it like Brotherhood. You know, Full Metal Alchemist was just kind of like it wasn't. The story wasn't done, so they kind of had to do something different with it. But Brotherhood brought you everything from the manga, which made it better. They should do the same thing to Akira. The movie is based. So the manga has 6 books. Basically 6 books. What the movie does is takes book number 1 and book number 6 and cuts out everything in the middle.
Oh shit!
So they should definitely make it a series. Make it 6 seasons. Every book a different season. It doesn't even got to be a lot of episodes. Maybe 6, 8 episodes. While Akira is not on my top 10 anime of all time, it's definitely in my top 10 favorite anime movies of all time, and it's number 1 when it comes to manga to me. It's my favorite manga of all time. So I would highly suggest you bootleg it. Just go read it. You could borrow it from me if you want to.
Yeah. I encourage.
I'll bring you book number 1 and read it and see how you like it. You would love it.
That manga is off the fucking meat.
It's gorgeous. The only book I'm missing is number 6, and I do plan on getting it one day. But
it's off the meat right.
So
You
my
remember that shit, Ronin Warriors?
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
Ronin
Warriors.
Goddamn. I always wanted to be the motherfucking dark blue one, Roa of the Strata. He had the bow and arrow. He was the coldest one, bro. And then my big bro wanted to be the green one with the big sword.
What was the one that they found in space? Was that the one with the bow and arrow?
Yeah, the one that was Rowan. That was Rowan.
They found one in the bottom of a volcano and shit. But that was a good fucking anime.
That was Hard Rock. It was Hard Rock, Strata, Wildfire. I forgot what the Torrent, and then I forgot what the green one was.
You're off the frame, bro. Come back.
Oh shit.
I forgot what the green one was. He was cold too. He had the big ass goddamn Final Fantasy VII sword. And then when they all gave their power to Ryo, he turned into he became the Inferno.
I don't remember. It was too long ago.
Oh shit!
Have you guys?
After that fight, it was another season after that shit where the bad guys they fought in the season before.
Mm-hmm.
They teamed up. Some of them teamed up with them. They used their powers.
Talpa was weak. Talpa was trying to get the armor of Inferno to destroy the world. I watched every fucking episode of Ronin Warriors.
Yeah, that shit was so. That shit.
And
That shit used to come on Toonami.
Yes, and if you, I'm old.
I'm that old.
Before that, it used to come on fucking Fox 36.
Yep.
Right before the Power Rangers and stuff would come on. It used to come on that first.
My shit was in North Carolina. That shit was channel 26. Funny
You know,
enough.
and the numbers, knowing the numbers of the channel still is definitely like the childhood being inscribed on our brains. Like
Shit.
for us, it was like channels 42 was like 42 and 43 or something like that, or Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
But if you had like regular TV, it was like Channel 2
Yeah.
was like the news, and Channel 5 was Fox.
Oh,
Channel 11 was like 11 Alive and
Yeah.
shit. We had like 36 was like something at the time, but I don't. It
That was
changed.
like WB and shit like that, and then it became UPN. It was UPN 69.
That was like 69.
Yeah.
It was 39 for me. UPN.
Oh yeah. Oh, UPN 39 is crazy.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah, because you were living in you from North Carolina.
But if you had cable, it was like TNT was channel 41.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's always been Channel 41.
USA was like channel like 35 or something weird like
Yeah.
that.
MTV
I don't know,
was
like,
channel 50.
growing up, we had like,
Yeah. And
We had-
VH1 was channel 51.
And what was BET? What was BET like 72 or something?
Yeah,
Like
72.
72 all the way in the back. Those dirty motherfuckers.
Motherfucker.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. We're getting way off topic, y'all. So I don't know if it's my turn or not, but I'm gonna say Vinland Saga is definitely in my top 10 favorite animes of all time. Even with just 2 seasons and the story not being finished, the manga's about to have its final chapter, I hear. I'm not gonna read it because that always fucks up anime for me these days. But I hope that if season 3 doesn't come along soon, that shit might happen. But the first 2 I think it's 3 seasons. The first 2 seasons, watching Thor's, then Thorfinn, and then Askeladd and their stories and their journeys and all the fucked up shit that happens along the way. The character development and the story and the animation and its mappa, is all extremely top tier. It's probably one of the best stories in anime. And then like season 3, like Justin was talking about, it was one of the worst. We did a worst arc video. And he mentioned Vinland Saga season 3 in that, which I get because it's like it lost a lot of that fight battle quality to it, where you get like a good fight at least once an episode.
Yeah, the main
But
badass. It's all pacifistic and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
actually, the main badass is Thorgil.
Thorgil.
He's just that dog. Like, man, he's just that dog. Thorgil's just that dog, man.
So if you want like someone to be like the brutal, like violence follows him. That's Thorgil this season. Like how you remember how Thorkel was kind of like the minutes before everyone was afraid of Thorkel? That's Thorgil this year. Thorgil is a fucking monster. He's the farmer's son, and the farmer's a fake. He's pretending to be somebody else. But like Thorgil's the real deal, his son, and he's scary. And he got into a fight because like his little brother. They're trying to set them up to take their farm because the king needs it. So they put his little brother in a situation where he tried to like get into the king's court, and they told him to cut a pig in half with a sword, and he tried to saw it, and they were like laughing at his ass. So later on, they were still roasting him for it, and he got mad at dude, and he challenged him to a duel, which is illegal. And then he gets embarrassed again, and so Thorgil's out there, and he's just sort of like, little brother, you can't rip swordsmen. When they get insulted, there's 2 options. They kill the insulter or they die. He like lifts him up off the ground. He's just sort of like, go kill him. He riles him up and then gets him to go charge at him. And then like the king like there's a dude in the crowd flipping a coin, and at the last minute, the guy that Thorgil's little brother's trying to kill, he flips the coin into his eye. It goes into his eye, and then Thorgil's little brother manages to stab him through the neck, which traumatizes him, by the way. He ain't no real fighter. So after that, they're just sort of like, oh, we're about to jump him. Thorgil goes fucking crazy. He goes annihilated.
Fucker just cutting fuckers in half, like.
He cut somebody in half and then cuts the top part of him in half after that while they're still in midair. He's a fucking Viking. The Kingsguard. He's like one of the elite. So like, he actually but I'm gonna get off in a second, but I just have to let you know that season 3 is that. And then like also seeing Thorfinn being activated is kind of like the build-up moments, because it's like you said, he's like this is Martin Luther King arc or whatever. But when he becomes activated, it's a sight to behold, because you're just sort of like, this motherfucker is still vicious. He's extremely fast. He's extremely tough, and they don't. God forbid this man ever touches a dagger again in his life.
Yeah,
He might be nastier now, to be honest.
Yeah, he older too.
Mm-hmm.
How old is he now?
He seems to be an adult.
About like in his 30s or something.
Yeah.
Maybe not that old. Maybe like 6 or something. 25, 26. But he's definitely no kid anymore, because back in season 2, they were referring to him as a kid. He was like a teenager. but he was like fighting Thorkel and duels and stuff like that. So he was already an elite level warrior back then.
So we related.
I love that scene too when they first fought because he has to escape because Thorkel was about to kill him, and then he was just sort of like, he asked him his name, and he's like, I'm Thorfinn, son of Thors, and he's just sort of like, Thors. He was like, wait a second, and then that's when Thorfinn uses that moment to he cuts off his fingers and uses that moment to escape, and like Thorkel's standing there with his like fingers cut off and the blood spurting out, and he's just sort of like, well, damn, I didn't get a chance to tell him that you're my nephew. They reveal that later on. The spoilers for Vinland Saga. They reveal that during their second duel. He tells him about Thors and that how they're related. But like, he tried to tell him back then, but he was trying to get the fuck out of there. But that's kind of crazy. Yeah, what could have happened?
Because Thors is a fucking bad. Thors was badass as fuck too.
Thor. That was Thorkel's goal. He was sad when he thought that Thors died because he wanted to defeat him one day. He was nowhere near Thor's level apparently. This man's throwing logs and like triple killing people with spears and shit from a distance. Like, he's ridiculous.
With Thors, he kind of goes the fuck off on like a whole fleet of niggas. Wham, wham.
He's just getting multi kills.
Boom, get out of my face.
This motherfucker's jumping from boat to boat, like
just murking the whole everybody. When they actually managed to actually kill him, he was still whooping ass. He was whooping ass the whole time.
You guys want to do one more each, and then we got to go because we're running low on battery. And then if I replug that in, we have to start over again. Plus, it's getting kind of late. I got to drive Chris and stuff. So I know it's a short episode, you two, but like we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping it up. Give me another anime that's your favorite. We'll talk about it real quick. Ippo is a great choice. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm about to say the most basic shit, but y'all already know why though. It's Dragon Ball.
Yep, it's on my list too.
Like
that shit like drives me to work out.
It's for what it stands for, bro. It's not like even like the writing or anything crazy like that. It's like what it spawned in the anime community, like its legacy, and like fights are still really fucking good. Fights are still amazing.
Every anime that's come out after it, you mentioned the big three. All three of them shits are just a combination of Yu Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball. If you look at Naruto is just Yu Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball. You got a character with special eyes, with black fucking hair. Come on. Fucking Yusuke is a tone. Naruto is just a nicer version of Yusuke. He got his dumbass delinquent moments where he doesn't do the right thing. Like everything is just a combination of Dragon Ball and Yu Yu Hakusho. That's why. Goodness. So we can like bring this full circle. Put some respect on Yu Yu Hakusho's name.
Agreed.
Because Yu Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball together done spawned a billion clones.
Spirit Sword.
Even in JJK, Yuji be like, so am I gonna learn the spirit gun? And Gojo say to him like, no, nigga, that's not how this works.
You're ridiculous. Oh my god. My last choice is gonna be Golden Boy. 6 episodes. Funniest anime you've ever seen.
That shit's hilarious.
My queen. If you know, you know. I'm not going to explain Golden Boy, but you should go watch it because it is like, he doesn't have that main character thing where he's afraid of women or nothing like that. No, it's quite the opposite. And he actually always gets the girl, but he's such a G that he always leaves and just leaves them wanting. And like, he do have their phone numbers. They
so like, there's like an episode where like
come back
they
anytime.
All help him.
That's the last episode. Yeah, he's trying to make an anime. But he needs their help, like the end to beat a deadline and stuff. And that last episode kind of shows some of like the crunch. And this was like in like the early '90s, late '80s that this came out, and they were kind of show that some of the crunch that they go through and what they're expected out of them, and they just be in their slump, bro.
That fucker raced a bike, motorcycle, on a bicycle, and won.
He was on the fucking high wire thing, steady. She like, come back, bro. I'm trying to throw you this thing. Oh, good stuff.
His downfall is that toilet seat. It's always going to be the toilet seat. Every episode, he can't help himself. He'd be telling himself, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. He always ends up hugging and kissing and gargling the toilet water. And he always gets caught. There's never a time where he's done that, where nobody's walked in on him and seen him.
Yeah, and went, hey, what the fuck are you doing?
I guess it usually gets his ass beat. Yeah, shit. Or they just walk back out like, okay, I'll let you have that. The flower girl just walked back out like, excuse me. But Straight off the topic, this has been episode 10. Sorry, it's a short one. We're going to be starting our gaming thing now. We probably should be talking about like what get a name for that.
Yeah.
Straight off the topic, gaming is a good placeholder for now. But yeah, what y'all think?
Thinking, bro.
Nah, I'm thinking.
All right, yeah.
We got damn.
Word.
I want to say Rivals Gaming, but that kind of
Rivals
sounds
Gaming.
like we're just gonna play Marvel Rivals all the time. I don't want that to be the case.
Yeah.
So,
Battle Couch.
Battle Couch. Yeah. I don't know. I was trying to take couch out of there because couch has negative connotations to it to me.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm just a pervert, but I don't want to. Couch is gross. On the internet, at least. We're gonna.
Casting couch over there. Like, no, we don't. No.
I mean,
maybe in my house. Oh, no, sorry.
for our female viewers, that's. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we'll be coming back with that. And tell us what your favorite animes of all time are. We might have this discussion again with Carl because, like, I'm sure he's got some weird ones and some isekais to throw at us and stuff like that. And, I was actually going to complain about Solo Leveling getting Anime of the Year.
I'm gonna complain about that because Bleach came out and Bleach was far superior.
I watched both. And I'm sorry. Solo Leveling got Bleach.
Look,
A little bit, but Solo Leveling like pulled out.
Look at the animation and the story and the fucking characters.
I think that this is my hot take, but I think that Sakamoto Days was better than Solo Leveling.
Sakamoto is good. I am watching that right now at this point.
I didn't actually watch Solo Leveling. I just watched all the fights.
I think to
But,
me,
like-
X was a little better than Solo Leveling.
But here's the thing though. I follow a lot of Reddit discussions. There's an anime forum that I'm on, and somebody was asking kind of like the Solo Leveling the anime for me, and somebody just summed it up real good. They're just sort of like, if you're just looking for like some cool ass moments and aura and some dope shit, then yes, absolutely, it's amazing. But if you're like looking for like that convoluted like, if you're like looking for like Death Note level of story, it just may not be for you because that's just not what it. Like, it's an anime that understands what it is. It's not here for all that. Dragon Ball's the same way, ain't it? Like, now Dragon Ball's different because it's had like a long story to come from. Dragon Ball is kind of like this charming, like it had to build up to what it is. It's not just, it didn't start out as an edgelord thing. But like, Solo Leveling is just a good time. You know what I mean? We're not there to tell you a Jonathan Hickman level of story.
Right.
Go watch Apothecary Diaries or something.
Go watch Friday or some shit.
But that's the reason people are complaining because those two animes came out the same year too. They definitely. A lot of people are mad that Apothecary Diaries didn't get it.
Fucking Bennett.
Yeah, probably because that's extremely popular as well. But it just doesn't have the same hype moments though. You remember that meme I sent you where they were like, it was the 40K meme with Emperor of Mankind, and he was just sort of like, hey, do you have like consistent characterization and character build up? And then the Emperor of Mankind was like, we have hype moments and aura. That's Solo Leveling right there, kind of.
I mean, and I get that. Those kinds of things are cool.
What's your favorite fight in Solo Leveling? Before we go.
Ant King Barrel.
Ant King? Definitely a blatant rip off of Hunter x Hunter, though.
Yeah, totally.
I'm not mad, though, but it is.
That was a good fight. Oh, my man's in Icarus. My man threw the daggers down. Icarus threw the sword and shield.
Oh, Ignis.
Ignis, yeah.
Oh, so that's my favorite fight, too.
Yeah, like he beat the hell out of the main character.
And my second favorite fight is the one right after that, the beginning of season 2, when he fights that snow dude and he summons Ignis comes back.
Oh, yeah.
And his shadow form and Ignis is like whooping the guy's ass, and then Jinwoo comes out of nowhere and he's like, "Oh yeah, we're still jumping out here." Like, you thought you were just fighting Ignis? That was It's got. I have to admit, they're amazing fights. I sat and watched both seasons.
Oh, when he fought the goblins, that was a good fight.
YouTubers, if you're gonna post these videos, let us enjoy the sounds from the fight. Quit posting all this music and shit like that. How the hell are y'all getting away with this? YouTube won't let me post anything even close to. We had to edit our anime opening video so much to even let it rock. And you guys are just out here uploading copyrighted music on all your anime fights, and you're just out here rocking it. How? Tell me. Someone leave it in the comments. All right, y'all. Alanda, keep it classy.
Oh,
San Diego, the world.
No, peace out.
Deuces.